Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Wednesday, February 25th. We are covering overnight results, and we'll look back for the past week's worth of history on these different trading softwares that are available. Let me get into this. We are looking at closures on a software that you can plug directly into in the cloud. You don't have to download the software. You don't have to install it. You don't have to optimize it. It's not a robot that you're buying. You are literally plugging your trading account into this cloud-based software. What's that take? Whatever your trading account takes. It is a password and an account number. That's it. You type it in, you're connected to this software. You're getting these exact same trades at the bid level you desire. If you understand anything about Forex right now, you can see that my base bid on this particular account is 0.1 or $1 per pip. You could bid a lot more. You could bid less. It's the same trade. Whether you bid 10 cents and make $1 or $10 and make $100, that is what's nice about this software. That's what's very unique about this software is it's fully scalable. So what you see here, we're looking at overnight trading since, I believe, pretty much New York market close last night, yesterday. And we're looking at what? Probably about 3 dozen trades here, at least. A $313 profit. And again, you would not come into the system and say to yourself, well, $313 is not enough for me, because this is completely scalable. This is showing you that we are ending our trading sequence in a 24-hour period. We're ending with a net profit. Now, let's scale this out and look back for the past week. So I'll click the button in the upper right. I'll look back for the last week. And we're at $1,172.28. You can see that at the bottom after fees. But look at all of the trades in the past week. I mean, dozens and dozens and dozens. I'm still scrolling back. Dozens and dozens and dozens. It just keeps going. Okay? And don't focus on the red trades that were negative, because they're not. Because we are in a total net profit. You have to have wins and losses. But the goal with my software, really the goal in Forex trading, is to end in a net profit. So for the week, $1,172. But let me make a very clear point, and then we'll go through the other results. There is absolutely no way you, as a human being, could do this. You couldn't. You'd have to stay up 24 hours a day. You'd have to stare at 28 different currency pair charts. And you'd have to know down to the millisecond when to enter and when to exit. I don't know why people continue to try to manually trade. It is absolutely a mind virus. It's a virus of the mind. It comes from, I don't know, maybe old school traders. Yeah, I've seen these guys in a room where they've got like 20 monitors and a bunch of people sitting at a desk and they're calling stuff out like they're some sort of master. Whereas while all of this happened right here on the screen, all of these dozens and dozens and dozens of trades, I was probably having dinner, most likely sleeping. I was probably sleeping when all of this happened. I do not manually intervene at all with my accounts. You might have to, because here's what people do with my system. It's the weirdest thing, but it's true. So let's say that you've been trading this for a week. Maybe you've been trading on demo. You look back and you're looking at all these trades, and it's just win after win after win after win after win. And guess what people do after about a week of trading this software? They're like, I'm going to jack my bid up. If I'm winning every trade, why don't I bid more? Here's the reason you don't necessarily bid more. Let's actually go look at the actual live trades right now on this account. So it's carrying about a $900 drawdown, and these are the trades that are currently in play right now. And if you're new and you're looking at this, you're like, this is not doing very well. This is killing it. This is crushing it, because all of these pairs, all of these trades are being handled and managed by AI. It's being managed by software and AI systems. And the point is, I'm going to go off on a little bit of a side tangent here. I'm going to talk about this tonight on a live workshop that I'm doing inside my group. Join the group, get access to the live workshop. We're going to talk about trade management. Trade management being You don't have to manage the trades per se. What you have to do is manage your account. What does managing your account mean? It means increasing, decreasing the bid. It means maybe getting out of a trade that you've let go too far. Not that the trades went too far, but your bid is probably too high for your account balance. So you start out low, you increase your bid over time to get a feel for the market. You don't look at the market for 1 week and go, wow, I'm winning every trade. I might as well jack my bid up to where if one trade goes against me, it's going to draw down my account. It's going to use all of the money on my account. And then obviously the broker's going to shut you down. Now, side note, caveat, we do with our software, we have basically equity stops put in place. You have the choice. You can have no equity stop, which is not very smart. You can have an equity stop because here's the thing. The market's been very, very stable. If you look at this overall drawdown right now of $900, you might say to yourself, and be careful there, you might say to yourself, well, that's too much. My account couldn't handle that. Well, of course it couldn't. If you have like $1,000 account and your $900 drawdown, you're in trouble, right? But if you bring your bid back, you can reduce that by 10x. So instead of $900 drawdown, it'd be $90 drawdown. So that's completely doable. Of course, it's all dependent on you. And that's the point I'm getting at with my system. It is fully scalable. And the final point, I'll reiterate again, there is absolutely no way you could do this as a human on your own. You couldn't. It's not possible. It's not possible. And in fact, if you have full automation like this, why would you try? Why would you try? I say this a lot. I'm going to do it real quick because this is the most important thing basically ever. The moment you see someone pull up a chart and they scroll back in time and tell you what you should have done, well, look at like, I just seen a guy do this today on TikTok and I recorded it. I'm probably going to do some videos because I'm like, the psychology behind these people and what they're telling you, if I speculated as to why they do that to you, I would sound like the most pompous ass in the entire world because there's no context behind it. It's just me telling you how stupid someone looks. But look at this concept here. Here's what they'll do. They'll scroll back in time and they'll go, I swear to God, this guy did this today on TikTok. He goes, well, what happened here, guys? What happened here? Right? He scrolls back in time. He says, what happened here? And I'm going to say what he said, and then I'm going to describe to you the psychological analysis. That's what we do here in Forex, right? I'm a Forex psychological analyzer, right? I'm an analyzer. So what he did was he circled this, or he talked about this, and he says, well, this is a huge institutional order flow. Gold they dumped billions of dollars, trillions of dollars to move the market like that. And then what happened? The market decided it wanted to come right back. Here's the point. Nobody, and not even the fool that's telling you that, knew that's what was going to happen. Nobody knew. The psychology, the manipulation behind someone scrolling back in time and telling you what happened on a chart. What are we looking at? We're looking at 5 minute here. Let's look at a higher time frame. Someone scrolling back. Let's scroll back to the bottom over here. Someone scrolling back and going, well, obviously we had a bottom here. So obviously we had buy signals and you should have been buying. They might even say that they bought and look what the price did after we bought. They're full of shit. They are absolutely full of shit. That's a technical term, shit. They're full of it. And I'm just so tired of seeing it on the internet because if you look at my system, you look at our results and what we're doing, it has nothing to do with staring at a chart and speculating what you think it's going to do based off of what it did. So I think I didn't finish my thought. The psychological concept here is that when they scroll back in time and they tell you, obviously there was an order block here and an institutional market flow, and then look at these wicks. All of these wicks indicated, and here's a stop hunt, all of these wicks indicated it was going to go this way. Absolute bullshit. The psychological manipulation is this. By you as a human being watching someone else tell you what they think happened, they're going to tell you what happened. That makes you believe that they not only know what they're talking about, but that they can also tell you the future. Obviously, this guy knew that it was going up because he scrolled back and he analyzed what happened in this area. All makes sense. You can't prove it right. You can't prove it wrong. It's just absolute pure insanity. Whereas if you look at what I'm doing with my software, is I've optimized these algorithms over years, thousands and thousands of hours worth of optimization, I'm telling you. And I got it to a point where it works really, really well. It works extremely well. How do you make more money with it if that's what you want to do? That's one of the things I'm going to deal with tonight in my workshop inside of the private group. Come on over, myfxsoftware.com, join the group, get into the workshop. What I'm going to do is start a weekly workshop series inside of my group where I show you manipulations that you can do to what the algorithm is already giving you and how to take this positive result here and make it even more for yourself by manipulating it. Here's me going back in history. If we can make $11.10 with this trade, we can make $100 with this trade. We can make $700 with this trade. We can also lose $700 on this trade because we overbid. We have a tiny account. We don't know what we're doing and we don't know when to get out. We didn't set any equity stops. I typically tell someone, if you have a $10,000 account, set yourself an equity stop with my system of $500 or $1,000 to start, and watch the system, watch the automated software trade inside of that. And if the market, and it does a few times a year, in the middle of the night go absolutely haywire ape shit, it got you out. What's interesting is if you're the kind of person that focuses on a loss, you can have a losing day. We nearly had a losing day today in gold. My system came through, and I'll show you the results. My system came through and pulled us out of some negative. I woke up early this morning, looked at gold, and it was in the negative. We were taking a slight loss, and it came back and ended with a net profit. So that's the thing to look back at. Certainly not on a daily basis. I do, right? But if you look at it on a daily basis, the goal is a net profit. And if you have a day where you don't have a net profit, I had an account today where I didn't have a net profit because of some wild, crazy things I was doing. I was pushing a little too hard. But if I simply go to, not the daily, but I look at the last week's worth of trading, I'm up. It's a net profit. So I took a little bit of a hit for that day. But when you look at this, certainly long term, this system absolutely crushes it in the market. All right, enough rant, enough psychological analysis. And let's go look at some of the other softwares. So the next one would be index and metals. So here's the index and metals trades ended up so far today, about midday on Wednesday, February 25th, $606. And I think that's a great day. US 30 took a couple of hits, had a nice win. We ended a net profit. I really don't care about any of these numbers up here. I could care less. What I want is this. Am I ending in a net profit? Yes, I absolutely am. And let's do a quick check. I'm going to look at results for the last week. Look at these results for last week. $2,668.61. This is in my account. This is my account. I'm using the software. You get the exact same trades at whatever bid you're bidding. If you have a $500 account, you're not going to be bidding what I'm bidding. It's just not going to happen. But let's also, little side note, side tangent. I see many people start out with like a $500 account, maybe a couple $1,000 account, and they say that they want to earn $1,000 a month. That's a 50 or more % return on investment in 30 days. There isn't an instrument in the world that does that. I should say this. There's probably an instrument called Bitcoin that does that, but you have to survive the drawdown. You have to be able to be in a trade, have it go way against you, and still survive. The ability to do that is based off of your account balance first, and second off, your bid. That's the next most important thing. And then third would be the volume of trades you're taking. If you're taking too many trades at the lowest bid, you're still in trouble. So I will tell you this. If you want to learn how to be a really profitable, successful trader using my software system, because it just wins, right? But if you want to be really profitable, what I want you to do is sign up, and I want you to start a demo account very similar to the amount of live money that you would trade with. Typically, these brokers allow you to set up like a $3,000 demo account at a minimum. So do that and plug into the software and watch it. The fact that I look at this on a daily basis, I completely understand what my account can handle and what bid I can handle. And when I first started, I traded on demo for 6 months because I just didn't understand what I was looking at. You should do the exact same thing. That's really what you should do. So that's index and metals. Let's jump on to gold scalper. So gold scalper, or scalping gold today, was a little bit rough of a go. We ended with a $613 profit. That's actually pretty low. Normally we're probably in the, I think yesterday was, and all these numbers run together for me, but I think yesterday was $5,000 to $6,000 at least. Okay. So we recovered. If you look back through this, gold took some hits. Let's see, there's an $854 hit. There's a $2,200 hit, another $2,200 hit, a $2,200 hit. So that's okay. I don't care about any of these numbers. I literally do not care conceptually. What I care about is ending the day with a net profit. And that's what you can expect from my software system and my suite of software. So that's gold scalper. Now let's look back for the past week. If I just hit the week, we're up $13,763. Well, I should say I'm up because I'm taking these exact same trades that I trade my software. I'm taking the exact same trades that you would get. I'm just bidding more or less than you might. But we are at an absolute, really awesome net profit, even though today was a little pulled back. I think it was because of the president's speech, the State of the Union address last night. I think it really affected the market a little bit. Everybody wakes up and everybody's got different opinions on it. So things happen in the market. But still, $13,763 for the past week of gold scalping. Absolutely impressive. And, everybody wants to trade gold. It's the most volatile. I shouldn't say most. It's one of the most volatile. I think US 30 is probably the most volatile. But it's one of the most volatile, and it can make a lot of money. It can make a lot of drawdown. It can make a lot of losses. My system does its best. And this is what the best looks like. This has been optimized by me thousands and thousands of hours and will continue to be that way because the market is random and the market changes at different times. Sometimes if this is not doing well, I'll turn it off. But I've got quite a few different backup systems and algorithms. And in fact, when you look at gold scalping, I am actually trading at least 2 different actual AI, run by AI algorithms that are creating these trades. So for you to be able to go out and buy a piece of software and make it do this, you probably don't have the time, desire, or even skill set to spend thousands of hours optimizing this. I'm obsessed. This is my passion. This is what I do. And I do it every day, all day. So that's basically it as far as results. I will look at one other. Here's some overnight results from a brand new software called My Double Hedge. And it is slowly ramping up. It did this one trade overnight. It's holding a few trades right now. But if we look at for the past week, $287 in closed trades. So it's real nice. It's real smooth. It just continually trades, and these will ramp up because what I do is I actually optimize these systems and then I forward test them. I run them, I put them on a demo account, and I forward test them. I watch how they do in the real world, and then I go back and I tweak. I'll tweak this particular software algorithm over the next 6 to 12 months. It has a really good base, but I will watch it and tweak it and add pairs and remove pairs. It's an ongoing process. Probably the biggest value you get from joining the MyFX software system is the fact that I'm in the background constantly tweaking and working on and perfecting these algorithms, which is what you'd have to do if you were out there doing it without having access to my system. you'd have to constantly be doing it. Here's what typically happens. Someone goes, they buy a robot or an automation, they put it on their chart. They're not 100% sure of the settings. They adjust the lot size. They let it run. It does really great for a week, and then it blows their entire account on a Monday morning. And they're like, oh, this doesn't work. I was just that guy that let it blow my account every Monday morning for 6 months in a row until I went, oh, here's what's happening. I can see it. I put the time in. I put the thousands of hours in to optimize this. So that's how it's done. Anyway, we're going to end there. We'll end on a chart where I am not scrolling back and telling you what happened, because only an idiot would do that. And frankly, only someone who is just not paying attention would believe it. Be careful, be wary of the mind viruses that you will be given in the Forex market. And if you see anything that anyone else is doing or teaching, bring them here to the comment section, comment below the video, and let's dig into it. Let me explain to you why they tell you that, and also how it probably is never going to work very well for you. So that's it. Appreciate you watching. Wednesday, February 25th, I'll see you back with a Friday recap of what we've done per day, what we've done for the previous week, and I'll see you then. Take care.